seems that modern entertainment as a whole is in a real tough spot. So we'll be going through all three: modern gaming, modern music, and Hollywood. Okay, we'll also include modern animation as well, as there's a lot of gripes people have with modern animation. But modern gaming will be the first one. We have all of these videos. Why I quit being a gamer? Why I stopped playing video games? Why gaming got boring to me? Why gaming is no longer fun? Of course, people getting out of a hobby is completely normal. Okay, people who don't really, but again, a lot of people don't enjoy new games simply because they don't like the way the gaming industry is going. Gaming industry used to be, something special. Okay, you had all these great games coming out, all these amazing games that were considered masterpieces coming out. But it seems that people just don't want to play games anymore. I don't really have much of a drive to really play new games like I used to when I was a kid. You know, maybe it was the effect of all the quote unquote grounding I had, but even then, that still sort of dissuaded me from playing video games. I think the modern art line is just the way games are just made now. Most games are the same. Most games are repetitive. Okay, you know, they're not really fun anymore. Okay, games are not really fun anymore. Besides the few games that come out that I want to play, I just don't really care about games. Maybe one day I'll just have to spark to play games again, because I bet there are so many games that even before modern gaming that I missed out. But again, I was too stubborn to play games. So but again, modern gaming just isn't great. The fact, and it's funny that the PS5 is selling so much when it has no games. Okay, it's God of War. That's it. And the Xbox especially. Wait, God of War is also on the other previous gen console. Okay, they have Halo Infinite. Why didn't Microsoft to say, hey, play Halo? Hey, if you want to play a new Halo, you gotta get the new console or else. Okay, why didn't Microsoft do it with Halo Infinite? That I think doing that really sabotage Microsoft when it comes to the next generation of consoles, because a lot of people are not going to buy the new console if you can play on the previous console. Okay, I did not buy the new Xbox because hey, you can play Halo Infinite on the Xbox One, even though it was supposed to be on the Xbox One, but it was delayed because of the COVID. But again, either way, modern gaming is an appeal mess. Look at the user scores for games like Street Fighter 6, games like Diablo 4, or games like The Lord of the Rings Golem to see what went wrong with modern gaming. People have to really worry about games becoming out broken or glitchy or being over monetized games messes as well. Game developers removing negative reviews off of Steam, for example, Skullgirls censoring the game. But again, that mostly because the Japanese companies censoring games for English audiences because they're too worried that if people in America be too overly sensitive. But even then, modern gaming is modern gaming. Modern gaming mean multiplayer games are too much catered towards the esports, leaving casual gamers not be able to play the games much properly. Games like Multiverses wanting gritty and buggy, and them just pouring out the game. Oh, you have to wait till 2024 to play the game again. Or the most egregious example is Overwatch 2. Basically a movie where everything what made Overwatch 1 great. But again, now it's about done with modern gaming. We already made like a whole hour rant about why modern gaming sucks. So yeah, next is modern music. So modern music, we have all these videos called why modern music is awful, why modern music is so bad. But I think that we're better to this of modern gaming. Modern gaming, at least people can say, oh yeah, there's indie games and indie music, okay? But a lot of the mainstream music isn't too good. Ice Spice is the biggest example of this. Many music artists are now rappers. Okay, there isn't really much variety in music anymore. We have to work so most music made in America either rap music or pop music. Okay, and if you don't like those two genres, you have to really delve into, as well. But the difference between music and gaming is music is subjective. Someone like me doesn't really like Ice Spice. I don't like her voice. I don't like the ways, I just don't like her voice. It's annoying. Her music is not good. Okay, but again, 40 million people listen to her monthly. So I guess I must be, I guess I must have, music is subjective. A lot of people who like older music hate newer music. Okay, the difference between music and game is that gaming is that it's subjective. If someone really does not like the songs by Olivia, for example, by Olivia, well, that's their opinion. They don't like her new song Vampire. It's their opinion. I didn't listen to it. I don't care. If someone doesn't like Blackpink or BTS, that's their opinion. Music is subjective. They just don't like that type of music. It's different if you don't just go out of your way to hate that music just because it's popular. This has been a phenomenon in modern music for a while. Hating on music artists simply because people like them. Okay, the most notable example of this is Justin Bieber, One Direction, Taylor Swift, as well as BTS. Simply, people just don't liking them because they're popular. That's because something, and it's really, say, and the most notable example I think is Justin Bieber, and of course Imagine Dragons. Imagine Dragons is considered, according to the music elitists, as one of the worst music artists of all time. Despite this, many casual music fans and many of the Imagine Dragons fans love their songs, with their songs having hundreds of millions of views on YouTube, and even having over 1 billion views, which most music artists, with some of the ones they recommend, can't even dream of. Okay, as well. But again, everybody has a different taste in music. But again, there are a lot of more people, even people in Gen Z and millennials, I'll even say that modern music isn't that great and the older stuff is better. For example, look at the best bands in the top 10s list. Most of the bands are from the 60s and 70s and 80s in the top 50. You don't really see many bands past the 80s. Maybe some from the 90s and 2000s, but not many. Most of them are, the bands of the 60s, 70s, and 80s. But a lot of people don't listen to that stuff. I don't really listen to many bands from the 60s, 70s, and 80s, like the Rolling Stones and the Beatles. Again, millions of people still listen to the Rolling Stones and the Beatles. Okay? Many people still listen to Coldplay. Okay? But again, music is subjective. And there are many people trashing on modern music, obviously. And I don't listen to most modern songs, produced by American artists. Because most modern music is just rap. That's all they push. Or it's from Mexico, which I don't want to listen to Mexican music. I had enough of hearing that music, last year and this year. Okay, I don't want to hear more of that. But yes, but again, with music, you really just have to find the music you like. If you don't like Ice Spice, yes, I think you should be able to express your opinion why you don't like Ice Spice. I don't like her either. Her music is annoying. Simple as that. And of course, it's the most recent thing, Hollywood. And I think that, of course, foreign entertainment companies, for example, from South Korea and Japan and other countries, can obviously still fill the void that Hollywood leaves behind, but those countries are still going through the old problems as well. For example, a lack of babies being born. But Hollywood is in big, 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 big trouble because of the strikes, because people don't want to make anything for Hollywood anymore. And I would be surprised if many actors and these writers move on from Hollywood and make their own stuff. The problem is, the problem with independent companies is that stars can't really rely on star power anymore. Okay, that's the problem. Okay, these stars really need to try to amend with the American voter and keep out of politics. I think the worst thing Hollywood has ever done was get into politics and gone woke. Okay, I think that's the worst thing Hollywood has ever done in the past 5 years. Promoting films like Cuties, constantly trashing, having one-sided opinions on who should be the next president. And if we do not side with this one-sided opinion, then you're wrong and you're a hateful bigot. People should be allowed to have their own opinions and speak for themselves. That's why I consider, Hollywood a liberal hive mind. Because everyone in Hollywood seems to have a different opinion. And if you speak out of line, then you're considered wrong. I really hope that many artists basically say, hey, I'm sorry for all the politics, and let's just make entertainment again and leave California. Okay? There are 49 other states in America that can easily have movies being made in them. For example, there are 2 very large states that are after California that could definitely have movie companies move to, and new independent movie companies sprout up of. These two states are Texas and Florida. These two states are becoming more and more culturally important to the United States of America, even might surpass California. Of course, Hollywood actors, especially more socially conservative actors, so definitely remove themselves from Hollywood and move to California and Texas and start their own independent movie studios. For example, there's a movie studio called Angel Studios. You may have never heard of them, but the bones behind the surprise hit the sound of freedom. Them as well. But yes, modern movies have been losing money. Okay, and that isn't a joke. Okay, Dial of Destiny losing money, Elemental losing money, The Flash losing money, Little Mermaid losing money, Fast X losing money, and Transformers losing money. Okay, the last movie made the movie to make money was Spider-Man, and actually it was Insidious: The Red Door. But even then, Hollywood is in huge trouble, and I think if actors leave Hollywood and start independent movie studios, I think it's all for the better. Yeah, because we'll finally be leaving the woke liberal high mind of California to rot and Hollywood to rot. I think that's a good thing for the worldwide and global culture as a whole. Because, again, Hollywood will not be the only ones influencing world culture. They actually always haven't. You always had Japanese anime and Korean, not even Korean TV shows. But even then, for American companies, having movies that are new ones based around Texas, Florida. Heck, you could even have a movie company studios based out of New York and Illinois, Ohio and other states as well. Have every state have a importance in culture in America, not just California. And really, the decline of California is going on along the side of the decline of, Hollywood as a whole. So yes, I wouldn't be too surprised if the new titans of American movie making are from Florida and Texas. These two states look to be the more promising states. So that is it about this video. So that is the current state of entertainment around the world. So we covered modern gaming and and the what modern gaming is in, where people not really liking most games releasing. At least according to Metacritic. Modern movies are basically dead. And yes, modern animation goes alongside with modern movies. Modern animation, we could make a separate video about that. Well, we already did. But yeah, modern animation is also in huge trouble as well. As many cartoons have been made, will probably be more cancelled. Anime movies will be delayed. And more movies will continue using the awful beam-up art style to save money. Which will still continue to lose money as Ruby Gilman and Elemental continue. So, the people don't really have an interest in the beam-up art style. But overall, Hollywood is in a big trouble. Modern music is in trouble as well. But again, there are still popular artists. But you don't really see, bands and the level of 60s, 70s, and 80s artists as well. You really have to look outside of the United States to find bands and groups that have real passion for music. For example, European Asian groups and bands as well are becoming more popular than American music. For example, you have heavy metal music, which is mostly coming from Europe, because America doesn't really make heavy metal music that much as well. And for example, most of the most popular bands in the world are coming from Korea and Japan, not really the United States anymore. The only real popular singers are legacy singers and legacy bands like Taylor Swift and Imagine Dragons and Eminem still making music. But you don't really see many new artists popping up outside of the rapper community. And that's only people who like rap music to begin with. Many people outside the rapper community don't really like Ice Spice and all those other rappers as well, and consider that the badness of modern music, or modern pop as well. But yeah, that is about this video here, and yeah, goodbye.